ago, they experienced instant chemistry. Marisha was pregnant with another man's baby, but Charlie didn't care, and the two took the fast track to marriage. But now, only 4 weeks later, it looks like divorce may come even faster.
This is your car right here. And this is you sitting in the car. Right? You're 34 years old, Mr. Wade.
In his head, in his mind is, I'm still talking to guys and I'm still doing this. I work 2 jobs, I have a 4-month-old baby, and I have to deal with him. Where do I have time to be talking to anybody?
Will Marisha and Charlie's marriage make it to next month, or will today be the end?
Don't keep reaching back to what was. Make a decision, a commitment to each other today.
Today, on Divorce Court.
Come to order. Court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Lynn Toller presiding.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here today with Charlie Wade and Marisha Jordan. The two of you have been married for 30 days. And you've come here wondering whether or not this marriage can be saved. With us in court is, as well, is Mary Jordan, a witness, and thank you, Ms. Jordan, for coming. You are Ms. Jordan's mother.
Yes.
So we will talk to you momentarily. Before we get into anything, I'm just going to start right out. Marisha, why don't you tell me why we're here after only 30 days?
Hi. He gets mad and about everything. I mean, everything. Let me give you some examples. Like, we go to the grocery store every month, the same time of the month. It never changed. So we go to the grocery store with a friend this time, and we get to the back where the dairy products are. And I was looking in another section, and he went and got the butter. So all I did was turn around and say, babe, why you didn't get the big tub of butter? Because he had a little tub of butter. And he flipped out in the middle of the grocery store. I was pregnant at the time, so my feelings was all kind of sensitive. So I just started crying. He walked off and left me in the store by
Now,
myself.
Ms. Jordan, let me ask you a question. How did you say, why didn't she get the big tub of
I
butter?
said, babe, why you didn't get the big tub of butter?
Mr. Wade, now why don't you tell me how she said, why didn't you get the big tub of butter?
Why you just don't get the big butter? And we've been getting the big butter, so I know to get the big butter. And then
But you didn't have the big butter.
I had the small one because it wasn't the big butter. It wasn't no big thing of butter.
Oh, so that was all that was there.
Yeah, so she come around, she had a mutual friend with her, and I'm not going to let you show out in front of me
But
like that.
why wouldn't you just say there were no big tubs?
Well, I did. And
But you got hot about it, though, right?
Yeah.
You got
because
angry.
it's how she came at me with it, and with one of her mutual friends. So I just left.
So your ego was nipped. That's what it was.
I mean, I
you
got
in front of somebody else. She said something a little accusatory, a little bit like, I don't know what I'm doing. So it hurt your feelings. So you went pow.
Yes, ma'am. I mean, my anger is short. I mean, my temper is short. I mean, I agree. I'm not gonna lie about it.
About
you know,
that big.
I mean, hey.
You're 34 years old,
Yes,
Mr.
ma'am.
Wade.
Yes, ma'am.
Mrs. Jordan, why don't you come up? I'm gonna call you Mary.
Yes,
If you
please.
don't mind, because we got 2 Jordans over
All
there.
right.
So I will call you Mary. How you doing, Mary?
I am doing great. How are you?
I'm just fine. Why don't you tell me, were you concerned about them getting married when they got married?
Well, in December, he came to me and asked for her hand in marriage. So I sit down with him and I talk to him. I says, are you guys sure this is what you want to do? Marriage is a serious situation. I says, and you guys don't get along now sometimes, and you guys got to learn how to communicate and talk to each other. Well, they went on and got married, and 2 days later after she got married, she had been applying for a job and she got a job. 2 days later, she went to work. He's been angry every day since.
Ever since she went to work, he's been angry.
Every day.
What does he get angry about?
Good question, Judge. I would like to, he gets every little thing, any little thing. The
Now,
cell phone.
Now, I understand the day that my people were speaking to you, that he got mad and went out and sat in the car to
Yes,
pout.
I got the pictures right here.
And
Amen.
they
She did
asked you to go out and take a picture of him pouting,
Send
and you
in the
did.
car. Yes, I did.
And you sent it in. Do I
Wasn't
have
pouting.
the picture?
Wasn't pouting. I'm a
took the
34-year-old man. I don't
Now,
pout.
I took the picture.
I don't pout. I don't pout. I don't pout.
Now, this is your car here, right?
I don't pout. Yes, ma'am.
This is your car right here.
Yes,
That's his
ma'am.
car.
And this is you sitting in the car.
I don't pout.
Right?
Yes, ma'am.
And you weren't doing anything. You weren't going anywhere. You were just kind of there. Is that right? Now, Ms. Jordan, what was the argument about?
Okay, my mom had ordered me a new phone, so I was gonna put his chip in the phone so he can have an upgraded phone. We put it in there, and it doesn't work. And he just goes to the car like he always does.
Now, why did you get mad at her because the phone didn't work?
Why? Because I have 2 against 1, and it's steady going on. It's constant.
So they were on you, fussing at you.
Yes, ma'am.
Were you
That's
two?
what it constantly
Were the
goes.
two of you? Were you double teaming him and fussing at him?
No.
Your Honor,
Yes, ma'am.
it could be about anything. That chip just happened to be one day.
One thing.
One day. The next day is something
Well,
else.
tell
Now,
him
just last week before we got here, he got angry about something that day. I don't know what it was. I gets up at 7 o'clock in the morning. He's already in the car, mad about something that they have discussed before I even woke up.
And he
stayed in that car, Judge,
I'm supposed to be mad, Your
from
Honor.
7 o'clock in the morning to 2 a.m. in the morning.
She
That's
worked.
all
You
day.
stayed in the car all day?
All day.
She works at a bar, right?
Yes.
1:30 in the morning. We married. It's telephone calls. I don't know who it is. But evidently, whenever I start talking to the guy, she knows him. And then another guy called 2 or 3 days later. What man is not going to stay mad?
When Divorce Court continues, one event from Charlie's past is coming back to haunt him.
You're insecure and you've got good reason to be. Tell me what happened. Your mama warned you not to marry your mate. If you're ready to admit that she was right and divorce is your best option, call toll-free at 1-877-311-2222 or visit our website at divorcecourt.com or become a fan at facebook.com/divorcecourt.
Divorce Court is back with the case of Marisha Jordan, who is divorcing her husband of 1 month because she says his temper is too hot. But does he have a right to get angry?
It was the guy that she had texted saying that you still have my heart, and we're together.
I read something in your background, Mr. Wade, that I think is important for us to discuss, which is you're insecure and you've got good reason to be. Tell me what happened when you were young.
Well, whenever I was 5, my mom, she left my family member, and
So
I
your
was
mom
getting
left
abused.
you when you were 5.
Yes, ma'am.
And then what happened after that?
And then whenever I was 9, she had passed away, and my mom was getting abused, and me too.
So it was just a bad situation.
Yes, ma'am. And I mean, I had went through a lot of stuff in between 89 and 95. I had two uncles and my auntie had passed away, and then I had to go and stay with my dad. And I mean,
It was just messed up situation all the way
yes,
around.
ma'am. And I just don't think that I don't think the insecurities have nothing to do. They had said that it has something to do with my past relationships. I don't think that have nothing to do with my past relationships, period. Because whenever you in the past, you in the past.
Right. Ms. Jordan, do you see things that happen to you when you're really young? They're huge.
Right.
And they build your foundation. Your brain grows and changes to accommodate that fear and that longing and that sense of uncertainty. Do you see that he may have difficulties in that regard that you need to respect, understand, and work with?
I respect
so
it.
he can be less angry all of the
I
time.
respect it. I try to stay positive, but he stays negative, and it's hard to stay positive when he's negative because
Whenever
he
men
can
call every day.
No, they do not. So you can stop with that because I can give you my phone and you can look through it.
You done
know what I'm
deleted them
saying?
now.
I haven't deleted anything.
You done deleted them.
Do you have any reason to believe that she's cheated on you? Do you have anything that indicates that she doesn't?
I don't believe she have, but I believe if the option there, I believe she'll take it and run with it.
Why?
Because she used to run track.
Oh my God!
Do you see what I have to deal with?
I used to run track. I ran 100 to 200 and I threw shot put, believe it or not.
Whenever we was together, that was back in August.
I did.
Whenever it was back in August, whenever we was together, it was the guy that she had texted and said that you still have my heart, and we together. Why is I'm staying with you and another guy have your heart? You gonna lie about that one?
That did occur, but it wasn't in August. The
But I'm
message
staying
was
with you.
before August. The message was before August, you know what I'm saying? I was clearing my old baggage out because I had him, and I didn't want it to interfere. So I told, don't text me, don't call me. I did that, you know what I'm saying? But him, in his head, in his mind is, I'm still talking to guys, and I'm still doing this. I don't have time. I work 2 jobs. I have a 4-month-old baby, and I have to deal with him. Where do I have time to be talking to anybody?
Yeah, I know what's wrong here. You guys aren't doing anything wrong except failing to communicate, failing, one, to understand your own emotions, failing to communicate accurately, and failing to understand what the other person needs. That's all that's wrong here. So I want to talk to both of you in my chambers right now. The court's adjourned.
All rise. Court will be at recess.
When divorce court continues, Judge Lynn is a straight shooter in chambers.
You hot, somebody come in here. Bam! Would you still be hot? No! Do you think this 30-day marriage can be saved? Call 1-800-282-1991 to vote now and see if America agrees with your opinion. You'll also receive some valuable offers. Call 1-800-282-1991 now.
If you would like your case heard on divorce court, call us toll-free at 1-877-311-2222 or log on to our website at divorcecourt.com and follow us on Twitter at divorcecourt. Divorce Court returns in chambers with the case of Charlie Wade, who wants to divorce his wife of 1 month because he says she is cheating on him. But is he the real problem in this union?
All of that fear is in your head. And when you jump out with that, you're destroying your daughter's security just like somebody destroyed yours. Charlie, Marisha, I like you both. That's why I brought you back here. And I know you're hurt and scared to death. I can see it. And you got that 4-month-old baby at home, and you don't know how to fix what's wrong. And Charlie, when you're brought up in a circumstance where it's unstable and unsafe, that lives with you. That tells you that the world is a more dangerous, insecure, untrustworthy place than it really is. And you have to get next to that. And once you get next to that, you're going to realize my first response is going to be a fear response predicated on something that happened to me 20 years ago. So if you understand that and you know that, you let the first wave pass you by. It's just a feeling. The cortisone, all that adrenaline, when a guy calls her and all that popping in your head, that's just a feeling, and it's left over from 25 years ago. You just sit, and you sit still, and you feel it, and you let it drain past you, because you're a grown man, and you can do that. And then you have to have a rule, the 10-second rule. I gotta let it feel it, let it dissipate, wait 10 seconds, and then you have to ask a reasonable question in a responsible way. You gotta do the Smith & Wesson test. If somebody had a gun to my head, would I be able to jump off my anger and be calm? Now that you would, wouldn't you, too? You hot, somebody come in here, bam! Would you still be hot? No. You'd think of your anger as a threat to your child's well-being. You'd do anything for your baby, right? So your anger is a threat to her well-being. So you have to feel it, let the feeling go by, wait the 10 seconds, think about your daughter, and then respond with a question. What's up? What's going on? Or, better yet, I feel concerned about what just happened. can you help me? Because you love this woman, and she's not doing anything. She ain't running around on you. She's not sleeping with anybody else. She's not cheating. All of that fear is in your head. And when you jump out with that, you're destroying your daughter's security just like somebody destroyed yours. You with me?
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
When divorce court continues, what causes Marisha to break down?
And if I ever go wrong, you're going to remind me of this moment. Do you think this 30-day marriage can be saved? Call 1-800-282-1991 to vote now and see if America agrees with your opinion. You'll also receive some valuable offers. Call 1-800-282-1991 now.
Divorce court returns with the case of Marisha Jordan and Charlie Wade, who are in Judge Lynn's chambers trying to save their one-month-old marriage.
It's fixable, but you have to help him fix it. He is deeply wounded. When you're married to somebody who's deeply wounded, what you have to do is make sure you're cool and calm off the jump. What you need to do is have it within yourself to be calm and cool enough to respond to any circumstance with reasonable, rational, and calm. And when he comes back with crazy, it's, Charlie, I can't go there. When you're ready to talk to me like an adult, I'll be right here and listen to every word. But until you do that, I can't talk. And you can't be mad about it, and you can't be upset about it. You have to be calm. Somebody has to turn down the volume. Somebody has to rein it in. And right now, it's you.
I tried, but he says hurtful things.
Yeah, and I understand that, and I'm working with him on that. But see, you can't get stuck on that. You are never, ever allowed to call your wife out of her name. You're never allowed to call her, you are a, you look like, you. No, she doesn't push you. You're a grown man. You can decide, I will not call my wife names, and that will be it. That will be it, because that's who you are. You got to lead with strength. To calling somebody names is fear, your fear speaking to you. And you're afraid, so you're going to get ugly with her. You have no right to ever call her a name. She's the mother of your child. Do you see what I'm saying? There's some absolute rules in the household. That's one of them. Treat her with dignity and respect, no matter how frightened you are. Don't keep reaching back to what was. Make a decision, a commitment to each other today. Say your wife's name.
Marisha.
Marisha, look at her. From today forward.
From day forward.
There you go. Work on from today forward. I will not call you names.
I will not call you names.
I will take a moment before I respond.
I will take a moment before I respond.
I will treat you like the love of my life.
I will treat you like the love of my life.
And I will give you the security.
And I will give you the security.
To be the mother of my baby.
To be the mother of my child.
And if I ever go wrong.
And if I ever go wrong.
You're going to remind me of this moment.
You're going to remind me of this moment.
And I'll be man enough to step back.
And I'll be man enough to step back.
And do the right thing.
Do the right thing.
Say your husband's name.
Charlie.
I'm going to let yesterday's pain go.
I'm going to let yesterday's pain go.
I'm going to accept today's promise that you've made.
I'm going to accept today's promise that you made.
I will try my hardest to come softly and kindly to you.
I will try my hardest to come softly and kindly to you.
I will work with you and I will love you.
I will work with you and I will love you.
Trust that.
Trust that.
Believe it.
Believe it.
It's true.
It's true.
Kiss each other. I am not reconvening.